This vanilla cake is soft, moist and delicious. Super easy to make and great for any occasion. It makes the best birthday cake and I'm making it for my kid's birthday this weekend. Hi, you're watching Plating with Wendy, where I share with you recipes which impress with ease. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like it and click subscribe. It's free. And while you're at it, hit on that bell icon to be notified every time I upload a new video. Now let's get started. We're going to start by preheating our oven to 330 degrees Fahrenheit or 165 degrees centigrade, and we're going to prep two 8-inch cake trays. Now since we're lining two cake trays, we're going to take the parchment paper and fold it into half. And using our favorite pencil, we're going to outline the bottom of the cake tray. We're going to cut around. And there we have two well cut out cake tray liners. What I like to do to help the cakes release easily from the cake pans is to brush them gently with some butter. And on top of the butter, we're going to dust a little bit of all-purpose flour. Now we're going to give a light dusting of the all-purpose flour all around. And once you've dusted it all around with the all-purpose flour, you're going to flip it and give it a tap, tap, tap to take off any of the excess all-purpose flour. And there you have a well-prepared cake tray. Finally, don't forget to place the parchment paper at the bottom of the cake tray. Now we're going to leave our cake trays aside while we mix up our batter. Now this batter we're going to prepare a little differently, a little bit of a reverse technique. But this is going to help us get that lovely crumb to our cake. Here's a tip. Before you start mixing the batter of your cake, make sure that all your ingredients are already measured out and all at room temperature. We're going to go in with 245 grams or 2 cups of cake flour. And to that we're going to add 245 grams or 1 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar. And to that we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt. Using the paddle attachment of the stand mixer, we're going to just give it a stir so that all the ingredients combine. Now that the dry ingredients is well mixed together, it's time to add in our unsalted butter. We're going to go in with 150 grams of unsalted butter. We're going to put our mixer on speed 2 and we're going to add it gradually, cube by cube. An important tip here, don't add all the butter at one time because it's only going to clump up with the cake flour. Now what the butter is going to do, it's going to coat the flour, reduce the gluten and give us a better crumb to our cake. And once you're done incorporating all the butter, this is the sand-like texture you're looking for. I agree that the process is time consuming and patience is key, but the result is rewarding. Now we're going to add in 3/4 cup of whole milk, and to that we're going to add 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. You could add any oil which is unflavored, and 3/4 tablespoon of a pure vanilla extract, and I'm just going to eyeball it here. And we're going to give it a quick whisk so that all combine. With the mixer and stir, we're going to stream in our wet ingredients, and once we're done, we're going to crank up the speed to 6 and beat it for 2 minutes so that we incorporate some air into the batter. After 2 minutes, you're going to stop the mixer and scrape down your bowl so that you get everything right from the bottom and lift it up. And now we're just going to give it another mix for about 30 seconds. And now we're finally going to add in the eggs. We're going to go in with 2 large eggs. It's always better to crack the eggs into a bowl before you add it into the batter. This way you're sure you're not going to get any shells into your batter, and if there's any bad egg, you can always take it out. And now with our mixer on speed 2, if you're using a hand mixer, it would be a low speed. We're going to add in 1 egg at a time, mixing till just incorporated. We're just going to give the batter a final scrape, scraping all the sides of the bowl and the bottom. We're going to give this a final mix just for about a second or so that all gets well incorporated. Once you add the eggs, you do not want to overmix your batter. Today we're going to be using these bake even cake strips around our bake pans, and this is going to help us get an even bake and a flat surface to our cakes. I've soaked them in water And now we're just going to put it around the cake pan and tighten them up. We're going to divide the batter into the 2 cake trays. I'm just going to eyeball it here and hope for the best. But if you wanted, you could weigh it. I'm going to use a wooden skewer and just run it around in the batter so that we remove any air that may be locked in. And then give it a tap, tap, tap to release the air. Now let's pop this into the oven, which we had preheated to 330 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to bake it for approximately 25 to 30 minutes until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Let's go. Our cakes are baked evenly, and when we insert a toothpick into the center, it comes out clean. Okay, now that our cake has cooled for about 10 to 15 minutes, we're going to flip it onto a plate. And then back onto our wire rack. We're going to keep these cakes aside to cool completely. If we were to put the buttercream icing on a warm cake, it would melt on us. Alternatively, if you were to prepare these cakes ahead of time, once they have cooled completely, you can wrap them up in a plastic wrap and then in an aluminum foil before placing them in the refrigerator. We want to make sure that while the cakes are chilling in the refrigerator, they do not dry up. To make the best vanilla buttercream frosting, you need 3 main ingredients: room temperature unsalted butter, sifted confectioner's sugar or icing sugar, and pure vanilla extract. So you're going to go in with 340 grams, which is 1.5 cup of butter. And using my hand mixer, I'm going to cream this up for about 5 minutes till it turns pale and increases in volume. You could use a stand mixer, but for this quantity, I prefer going in with my hand mixer. And we're going in for vanilla buttercream frosting. So beating the butter up till it's pale is going to help us get a whiter frosting. So this is what you're looking for, a nice, light and airy texture to the butter. And this is going to give us that lovely light and soft frosting. We're going to get the bowl scraped down. Now to this, we're going to add 560 grams or 4.5 cups of confectioner's sugar or icing sugar. And it's best to sift the icing sugar to avoid any clumps in your buttercream frosting. And we're going to mix this for about a minute or so till the icing sugar gets well incorporated with the butter. You're going to start on a low speed and then increase the speed, otherwise you're sure to get a cloud of icing sugar flying all over. We're going to go in with the 2nd cup of icing sugar, and we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of fine table salt, mixing for about a minute between every addition. And now we're going to add the last bit of our icing sugar. We're going to give it a final scrape down. And this is the time you want to add in your vanilla extract. And I'm going to be adding 2 teaspoons of a pure vanilla extract. This is the time you can add in some fresh cream or milk, a teaspoon at a time, to adjust the consistency of your buttercream frosting. I may add a teaspoon later, but right now I think it's perfect for frosting the cake. We're going to give it a final mix so that the vanilla extract gets well blended with the buttercream frosting. We're going to use our rubber spatula, scrape down the bowl, and give our frosting a gentle mix so that we remove any air pockets that might have been created while mixing the frosting. This is going to help us get that lovely smooth texture to our buttercream frosting. Wow, look how creamy and smooth our buttercream frosting is. Our cakes are all cooled, our buttercream is ready, and now it's time to decorate the cake. We're going to apply a little bit of the frosting on the cake board before we place the cake on it to prevent the cake from sliding off. Place it in the center. We're going to take a generous helping of the buttercream and apply it on the top. We're just going to smoothen that out a bit. What I should have mentioned is that if you have not used the strips and your cakes have a little dome on it, or if it has turned a little more brown on the top, you want to cut that off so that your cake is flat and is nice and white. Since our cakes are nice and flat and are not so brown, I'm just going to go with it. And we're going to take the cake and now flip it face side down so that we get a flat surface on the top. Okay, what we're going to do is to start by giving our cake a crumb coat. And what this is going to do is lock in the crumbs so that when we get that final layer of buttercream frosting, we get that nice smooth finish to our cake. Using a bench scraper, we're going to even out the sides. And now using our offset spatula, we're going to finish off the top by drawing the edges in. Now that we have our crumb coat on, let's refrigerate this for 10 to 15 minutes so that it gets a chance to set before we put on the final layer. Fun fact is that I was making this very same cake for my daughter's second birthday when I had to refrigerate it because I was expecting, and my son decided he wanted to gate crash the party. So I have both my kids born on the very same day, 2 years apart. Now to add some color and some sparkle to our cake, we're going to go in with some birthday sprinkles. Now let's cut a slice of the cake. Oh my goodness, look at that. We have a perfect crumb to our cake. Okay, now I've called the birthday duo in to give the cake a taste.
I'm so excited, it looks delicious.
I know, thank you so much for making us this cake.
I hope you'll enjoy it.
Okay, here. Ready?
Okay, you go first.
Side piece here. Cheers. Mmm. It's very light and airy.
So good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thanks for watching. See you soon.